Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Parx Racing here on Saturday. It is the 25th of September 2021. We're going to look at the featured 12th race from Parx, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 12th race, which is the Pennsylvania Derby. It's a grade 1 event going for a purse of $1 million. Races for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 10 horses heading to post, the distance of ground of 1,800 meters if you want to go with that, or the distance of ground of 1.125 on the Parx main track. 1,800 meters, 1.125. And, this is a very good race, and the last about 8 years or so, it's been becoming the race of like September, the big last 3-year-old race of the season. Years ago, the Super Derby at Louisiana Downs was like that, and then at the turn of the last decade or so, it really started. The Super Derby went downhill, and then this race really became the now 3-year-old race of late in the season, and you saw some great horses running it. With that being said, I think there's going to be an upset here. That's going to be the 6-horse Bourbonic as a top selection. Go 6-8-1-7 in the superfecta. 6-8-1-7 super. Top selection 6-horse Bourbonic. This 3-year-old colt by Bernardini. Tom Pletcher trains. Kendrick Carmouche coming back to his old stomping grounds gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the West Virginia Derby at Mountaineer, 1.8 on the 7th of August, and the horse finished third by 2 3/4 lengths, and he sat back early. He slowly moved his way up, but he was gaining late. I didn't think it was a half bad race. Coming here where you want a little bit of a wide trip, closers can win here. I think he could really run a good race. Two back ran the Belmont at Belmont Park, 1.5 on the 5th of June. And he finished 5th by 15.5 lengths there, and he just never really got into it, just facing tough horses. It just wasn't a recipe for success there. And then prior to that, the Kentucky Derby at Churchill, mile and a quarter, the 1st of May. Finished 13th by 16 lengths, drawn 19 and 19, didn't have the best beginnings. A little bit of a turn of foot late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. I just thought they were asking a little bit too much soon. And then prior to that, the Wood Memorial at Aqueduct, mile 8, 3rd of April, he won by a head that day. He was nowhere early on, but closed up from nowhere. That was a great ride by Kendrick, getting there in the nick of time at 72-1. He ran a terrific race. And then prior to that, an option 50 here at Parx, at mile 70 on the slop on the 23rd of February. He finished second by 4 lengths there. And again, he sat back early, but really had a decent, turn of foot. And then he won here he won over at Aqueduct on the 17th of January, 1 mile and option 50, winning by a neck. It was an all-around good race. Kendrick knows the horse better than anybody else. Coming here off some decent workouts, I think the race might suit up to him. Like I said, I think he might see a quick pace, and I think a closer might do well. 12-1, let's use him. I would also like to see them run this horse in the turf in the near future. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll use him here. I also like the 8-horse Midnight Bourbon. I backed him in the Travers Ray. He ran a terrific race at 107 by a career best that day. Finished second by a neck. He was setting the pace. He got caught by Essential Quality, but he didn't go down without a fight. He really fought back that day. Very good run. Major improvement off the race 4, which was the Haskell, where he, didn't finish. He lost, Paco that day in the stretch. What can you do? It was just a weird race. And then he finished second in the Preakness, where he was sent forward lead to the front end, but he just couldn't, keep up with Rumbauer, who just exploded that day and won easily. And then, in the Derby, I thought, Mike Smith is a veteran Hall of Fame rider. I thought they should have won a little closer that day. Maybe the bet start had something to do with it, but coming here when he's forwardly paced, he does a lot better. At 5-1, he's a very likely winner also, so we'll use him on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the 12th from Parx, it's the grade $1 million Pennsylvania Derby. Let's take the 6-horse Bourbonic, give kudos to the 8-horse Midnight Bourbon. We're gonna go 6-8-1-7 super, 6-8 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.